Welcome back, Mandem. Welcome back to the Showbiz FC YouTube channel. Mandem, luckily enough, I've been joined. And just as we start by Fonz, what are you telling me, bro?
Oh, good, my bro. Good. Sorry for the lateness.
Bro, we've only just started. Literally,
Yeah,
we've
man.
been on for 30 seconds. But, Mandem, no further ado. Obviously, we've got a lot to get into. Season's finally over. Obviously, we're going to talk about the weekend. And obviously, we're going to talk about just a season as a whole. Pause. But obviously, Mandem, don't forget, if you're in the Black Country in Kingswinford, and you like curry, make sure to check out the ChilledCurryCompany, link in the description. And if you're an artist and you want professional beats, mixing and mastering, make sure to check out bayg.co.uk, link also in the description. Use code TRIMITOFF for 10% off. And I mean, Mandem, where better to start than just the season as a whole? Because obviously, as much as we might want to talk about teams and whatnot, I think now the season's over, there's a lot to digest. Shout out Sir Jinx a lot. Thank you for coming in, obviously, naturally. But I mean, as the season, Fonz, I'm gonna ask you a question, yeah? Obviously, we've been hearing all year the 50-50ness of, this season's been as tricky as it possibly has been. This is the worst season. What do you think it is? Because I think it's a bit in the middle.
Yeah, I'll probably say so. I'll say, your mediocre teams or decent teams have I feel like the scouting is different to your big teams now. You're finding different players and unknown players in different leagues and then they bring them here and this season they showcase themselves, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that the big teams haven't fell off, because they have, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
City, they weren't like in the title race with Arsenal, they weren't that great, let's be honest. It only took it had to take Arsenal to lose a few games for them to get back in.
Even
You know what I
catch
mean?
up.
So yeah, and they caught up, and when they caught up, they didn't really do that much. You know what I'm saying? They weren't really showcasing themselves. Obviously, Arsenal, they're not really going to be bothered, but there's still a bit of incompetence in their play at times. So
Yeah.
like you saw how they kept dropping points, but yes, City did catch up and didn't really do much, but we all said it. They should have won the league from December,
Oh,
from
dude.
January. You know what I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying? So,
Oh, yeah.
but that the fact that they've entertained it that much to make it into the last 5 games, where like they've had to, squeaky bum time, that
Yeah.
shows incompetence. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't show that you relentlessly were just in awe of everything. Like you're always you're pretty much done with the league time ago. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they didn't do that, and they entertained it into the last 5 games, and obviously they won it. Fair enough, but context matters, and obviously United, we had a big fall off, and then we all of a sudden picked it up after January. Chelsea this season, they've been absolutely shocking,
Pants.
absolutely shocking. You
Pants.
know what I'm saying? And the potential that they had, and like me and you spoke off camera, because of the players that they have, the age range and the contracts that they're in. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You ain't really got anyone there to control that type of that type of environment. And when you don't have someone who can control that environment, it's going to be chaos. So,
Just ever so
I,
quickly on the Chelsea thing, I'd like to give a round of applause to the one that helped him. I mean, oh, come on, yeah. You're right.
yeah, man.
Go on.
But yeah, back to that. Even Tottenham. I mean, Tottenham past few years they've not been good anyway, and obviously this season they've only just escaped relegation. So it's like, yeah, you could probably say it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. Big your small teams or your mediocre teams or your decent teams have stepped up Like you're seeing them now. Like now that the league format's changed and you're having more places to be in Europe, you know what I'm saying? These teams are stepping up because they're seeing that, okay, this is a chance for us to, be in
Opportunities.
Europe. Yeah, opportunity, yeah.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
be in Europe and obviously it helps them with the budget and it'll help them with players as well to attract. So that's good.
yes,
And I think
yeah,
a lot of fans have been screaming for that, like your small teams being competing with the big teams to get like players, decent players,
yeah. Do
and
you know
obviously
what?
Europe.
Just on that note of us quickly,
Yeah,
look, take you know, like Igor Thiago, people are saying like, oh, he is destined for a big six move now. You know the way Brentford have turned out the back end of this season.
yeah, yeah,
Even Brentford being in that position, bro, they're more likely to keep Igor Thiago, Thiago for next season. Like, it really does. Like, look
yeah.
at
So to be
Grealish,
honest,
Everton.
because yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, bro, like now they're competing with these big teams when it comes to players. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be entertaining more for fans and neutrals in general. So you're not just going to see big teams slapping up small teams anymore. And to be honest, that don't really happen like that. Your big team slapping
No,
small teams.
no.
I'd say in the past 5 years, since these, conference league formats and all that's come in, you don't really see big teams smacking these small teams like that. So
I feel like every game's really close. It's either a
yeah,
battering or like anyone could win. Big C, talk
yeah.
to me. We're on a topic I know you'd fend for. Obviously, we're discussing as a whole. Was the Premier League what people make out like this year? It's been really tricky, or has it just been a normal season?
I have to admit, you know what? It's been tricky still. Because, like, I agree with what Fun said. A lot of the small teams have turned up this year. Like, some surprising ones. Look at Sunderland. Let's not take away what Sunderland did. That's a fucking fantastic achievement, mate.
Oh, dude, yeah, 100%.
I didn't say shout out to Xhaka. I don't like him. I got my reasons, yeah, but shout out to him. He led them to Europe, innit?
It does make me laugh. He went to Sunderland because he thought it was going to be a tricky one, and then got
See what
Europa
with
League
Xhaka?
football.
No, careless. I'll be real. My issue with Xhaka is not so much his ability, yeah? Because man know what he can do. My issue is Xhaka is how he treated the fans. I know what man going to say. We shouldn't have said what we said, yeah? But the way he reacted, yeah, it wasn't like captain material. And
Yeah,
that's my beef with him.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You know,
100%. I think
as a player, when he's on his day, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. I can't deny it. When he's on his
Oh
day.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree. I do think. Do you know what? I think the difference between Xhaka now and Xhaka when Arsenal had him. I feel like Xhaka needed that move at Leverkusen to become that leader, that captain. In my opinion.
Yeah, and then maybe he did, didn't it? And I respect him for making the move. But I just feel like, as a captain, you're meant to act a certain way, and the way he responded was something I would never want to see from any captain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I get it, man. Get on here. Like, Fonzie, I'm sure Fonzie, we all do it when we watch our team, we get on at players, yeah? But when man are turning around and telling the fans to fuck off, bro, nah. Yeah.
But so Jinxlot says, Xhaka got too much shit from Arsenal fans. His crash out was warranted when you mention people's families.
To be honest, yeah, talking about that Xhaka situation, because that was banned that era time, right? And I've seen the AFTV videos afterwards after the game, and I watched the game as well. He drew 2-2. It was the reactions from the fans was mad. Obviously, I understand in it, like a captain should never do that. I don't care what anyone says. A captain should never do that, never, because you're representing the club in it. But
Exactly, and that's my view on it.
You should never do that. Like I've crashed out one time on the pitch, and as I've come off the pitch, I felt like absolute shit.
Well, you
I've said
feel
to myself,
bad, innit,
"What?
Prem? You feel bad.
Bro." I've said to myself, "What the fuck did I just do?" You know what I'm saying?
It's heat at the moment, though, innit? But even then, you've got to be able to control it.
Yeah, no, of course, 100%. He has to control it because he's the captain in it now.
Yeah.
Now, obviously,
man, have got to put into context the reason why we turned on him, because man, got to remember that season he got hella red cards.
yeah, no,
games.
100%. That season, Xhaka, you know what I'm saying? He was basically your leader-ish, but he always had bozo moments in it, and obviously, like KLS said, he needed that move in it to mature himself. But it, like that Sir Drinks a Lot just said in it, like fans are always gonna talk shit. Like fans are bipolar, bro. You do a good thing, they'll sing your name into next year. They'll sing your name to death, bro. But if you do a bad thing, they're gonna turn on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And with that, fans need to control their emotions as well in it and not get personal, because let's be real, lads. We've seen death threats, we've seen racial comments, all that stuff in it. So and that's for them immature fans. You know what I mean? But
my view is like when you got young bucks like Saka was a young buck.
That's another thing as well. And this is what I was going to circle back to. Xhaka shouldn't be doing that, man, because like you said, he's captain of the club. You're representing, and you've got youngers in the squad as well. It's not like they're all.
Can you remember we had this conversation about Bruno Fernandes? You know when they were going off at Euro?
Yeah. Like, and even though Euro's tall and he's a defender, he should be able to take it. But he's 18, 19.
He's young, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And it's his first season in the Prem, and I understand. But bro, he's 18, 19. Like, if he was an attacker, would you still go mad at him? Like you do, like with Garnacho and all them guys there. You know what I mean? So
Garnacho deserved it though.
What made the situation worse, man? The way Unai Emery dealt with it.
Yeah, and that was a bad time for you, like, I'm not gonna lie. That was a very bad time.
It was a bad time. Unai Emery didn't deal with it right. Instead of dropping him, he put it back in the squad.
You know what it is, bro? He came from PSG, right? So like, when you're in England and you're a big club in England, or you're a well-known club in England, bro, and you've got that clout, it's different to over there, unless you're at Madrid or Barca, but it's a different clout compared to your PSGs and that. Like, the clout over here is different. Like, fans will get onto you, bro, and like, they will not forget what you do at the club. Like you just said, the Unai Emery situation, he didn't know how to deal with this because he's never known how to deal with it in a club like Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Where players are wild, like things like Xhaka's doing, like he don't know how to deal with that. He didn't. That's why he had to leave and go to Villa to mature himself and learn how to deal with stuff in England, because he spent so much time abroad, and then when he's finally come to England, where things are different down there, and look how he dealt with it, and look what happened to him. He had to leave to go to Villa. Now he's doing well in Villa. Same as Xhaka.
Can I play devil's? I agree with what you're saying, but can I play devil's advocate and say, obviously, Big C, you're probably better answering because I can't remember the Arsenal team back then, but around that time period, and we've got to imagine as well, Arsenal fans, not a dig, but Arsenal fans, like that. We had Big C saying they played Timber on 40%. We've seen what they're like with Ben White, Odegaard, and whatnot. At that time period, you take Xhaka out. Is there actually anyone better to bring on?
No.
At that point, see, this is the point. Maybe that's why
was injured a lot in those seasons. In the first 2 years, Partey didn't. You couldn't rely on him.
That's what I mean.
No one else, and we bought Paul back then.
That's kind of what I mean. Is that not an argument for why Unai Emery played him? Because he knows what the fans are like, maybe, and he's looking at his board. I've just googled. He's either looking at it, going, right, I'm not playing Xhaka because of what he's done. We'll play Mohamed what's his name, El Neni, or Danny Ceballos. Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like I could just see Arsenal fans now not liking that at all.
Well, the thing is, with Unai Emery, he didn't help himself, because the stuff he would say in interviews, like, man said he didn't want Pepe, he wanted Zaha. How are you going to get the best out of a man with that, we'd have paid 73 million for if he's hearing that you didn't want him.
That is crazy to say.
That reminds me. Remember when Lukaku came to Chelsea and it was like, I wish I stayed at Inter Milan.
Yeah, I wish I stayed in Inter Milan after a few games.
Bro, Pepe already said it in an interview. I watched it about a year ago. He said when he heard that, bro, he knew he had no future at Arsenal. He said, like, I knew my days were numbered. I thought Arteta would come in and give me a chance. And it's sad, like, because Pepe actually did bits of man if you really deep it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I do think Pepe, I think a lot of it was his price tag, but I don't think you were a bad player.
I remember when he put Van Dijk on his batty, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the first person to dribble past Van Dijk, innit?
Yeah, and Anfield, that goal was a madness, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Pepe was decent, man.
He was decent, but he didn't. He had a manager like Unai Emery who didn't obviously fucking believe in him.
Yeah, to be fair, I suppose in an aspect that's kind of the same with like the captain. Like, you know, you're saying about Xhaka, like obviously a young Saka's got to look at him and da. Same as your manager. Like, could you imagine playing for a team and your manager goes, "I'm not a massive fan of him." You're like, well,
yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
What's the point of doing that?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think this is the thing, the difference between Arteta and that, right? Arteta will let you know straight away you're not getting in the team. There's none of this guessing game, yeah. Whereas Unai Emery, he didn't want you in the team, but guess what? You're going to start next week.
I'm gonna say, yeah, he doesn't like him, but he'll start him. Could you? Oh, God.
One thing about Arteta, and that's what I've got to give Arteta, yeah, he's ruthless, yeah. If he doesn't like you, I'm sorry, you ain't playing.
Skelly.
I've got a feeling he doesn't like Skelly, but that's just my view.
No, it is because Skelly's he's not a system player.
Yeah, it's hard to do with Skelly. Yeah, to fit what Arteta wants him to do. It's
Skelly
hard
ain't gonna do that, bro. Skelly does everything, really.
You know, it's because he's a midfielder, and he's basically a midfielder playing left.
He's all rounded. He's all rounded. He can literally do anything. Like, he's all rounded, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help when you got Hincapié and Calafiori before you as well.
That shot matter though. But go on.
Well, unless they're gonna do an invert thing, bro. Like, you if you're gonna do an invert thing, you can't play a natural left back on an invert position because they have to be naturally good on the ball and running forward and in the chaos in the midfield as well.
Yeah, and Calafiori is very good going forward.
He's very good going forward, but he's not good with dealing with chaos. Same with Hincapié. Hincapié is a centre back.
Yeah, you were Skelly.
Skelly is the right choice, but Skelly, when he's not a left back in it, so the inverting is a catch-22.
Right, let me ask you, man, a question. Yeah, right. For Saturday, yeah, would you say, all right, okay, cool. You know what? I'm going to take a risk here. Rice and Skelly in the midfield. Sorry, Zubimendi. Yeah. And then you go fucking left back. You say, all right, Calafiori, you're my best option.
Well, I can't because your man's formation is weird. Like the way you man plays is weird.
I'm glad you said that, Fonz, because I've noticed it lately. He doesn't play 4-3-3 anymore.
No, it's weird.
He plays some mad formation. I was watching it the other day. I was like, what the fuck is this formation he plays?
Yeah.
Bro, he's been doing that all season, bro.
Been doing that all season.
Man only just clocked it now. It's weird. It started as a 4-3-3, yes, but along the way, it's like
he's adapted it crazy.
Yeah, like it's weird.
It's almost like he starts with a 4-3-3 and slaps in a 4-3-2-1.
Yeah,
thank you, KLS. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
like I think we look better with the two DMs.
Or even a 3 at the back, bro. You might end up with a 3 at the back or a 2 at the back, and then your wing backs are wide as fuck.
I just think I just think Saturday, right? I don't care, man. I think Mosquera's good, but I'm sorry, I got to start Timber. I need that threat down on the right back.
Timber's got to be fit, though. Unless Arteta's fully made him fit.
I'm hearing Hakimi and Dembele are carrying injuries. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop him, is it?
Apparently, Hakimi there's a chance he might not even play.
Oh yeah, Hakimi, he's 50-50. I'm not gonna lie, because Morocco. Is it Morocco? He plays for Morocco.
Yeah,
Right?
they shit themselves about the World Cup, innit? He might
Yeah,
not
they're in
make
the
it.
World Cup. They're in the World Cup, innit?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
They're worrying that he might not make it.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, you're not coming up against any managers. This is Luis Enrique. He will find a way and make it work. Unfortunately.
The only way I can see us win, and I'm not talking shit. This is me talking as a football fan, not as an Arsenal fan. I think if we do the set pieces, I think defensively, I don't worry about us. The issue is going forward, isn't it? And that's where it gets a little bit tricky for me because I'm like, if Gyökeres gets the ball, you man know what he can do. He can cause a problem. But these man, I'm going to keep it real. They don't always play to his strength.
Mm.
And the thing is, you got Martinelli who's on the fucking left wing, stinking it out week in, week out. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's only a set piece thing. I can see us winning it if it's set pieces. But otherwise, I think if we go toe to toe attack at PSG, we are crazy.
I think, because you've won Prem, obviously, if I supported Arsenal, I probably wouldn't say this, but just for the sake of entertainment, I reckon you just go toe to toe. You've already won Prem. You've already done something 90% of the fan base didn't think you won.
Trying to make him famous, bro.
Just go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, just fuck it. Just go for it.
We went through it against City, and don't get me wrong, yeah, we lost 2-1, but that was one of the very few games I say, you know what, we went for it and we played well. It's just these men, sometimes the attack can't finish, bro. That's what worries me.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm telling you, if I see 0-0 75 minutes here, I'm throwing on Marino up top.
Do you know what I'd worry about if I were an Arsenal fan going into this game? Obviously, I think we could both probably agree Arsenal's issues is up front, the defence is sound, whereas PSG's up front's better than its defence. I'd worry about how much you create of an output. Don't get me wrong, I do. When I watch Arsenal, I think you get up the pitch fine, but I think it's more the players you've got. The players you've got, probably Madueke, for example. I doubt he'd start if Saka's fit, but I feel like a lot of your wingers, and I'd even drag Trossard into this picture where it's you do so well getting forward, and you do fuck all with it when you're there.
See, the thing is with Trossard, right? At the minute, he can produce moments of magic, innit? So he kind of warrants that left wing. Saka, I think the thing is to get the best out of Saka, right? We got to hope Hakimi don't play because as much as I rate my star boy, yeah, like Hakimi's ridiculous.
Saka on the right, so Hakimi, so he will have to go against Nuno Mendes.
Ooh, blood fire! Oh, wow, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's dark. That's dark.
Whoever's on the left, like Martinelli or Trossard, they'll have to go against Hakimi, innit?
You know, I don't know. That's dark.
That's if Hakimi's fit, but yeah.
I can't lie, bro. You might have to abuse Gark. I think you're not getting through him on the wing.
Yeah,
if Hakimi's fit, left and right, dude. Dude, 100%. You've got to abuse Gark, but I don't think Gark will start. I think he'll start Havertz.
Nah, you know what I'll do?
I can't lie. If Arteta does that, I would not rate Arteta at all. You don't buy a 60M plus striker and not play him in the cup final, bro.
I hear that, but I don't remember Havertz. One final, one goal. He scored the winner for Chelsea, innit?
That's what I'm thinking.
Bro.
And that's what he's going to go with. I don't agree with it, Funds, but that's what Arteta's going to go with.
Yeah, no, that's a mad thing, man. You can't buy a 60M striker and not play him in the final. But he's your top goal scorer.
I know. But, fam, I'm going to call it now, right? Fam, our secret weapon, I'm going to call it right now. I think Marino will be our secret weapon.
Is he fit?
Yeah, he's back fit. I think if you throw him on 20...
Oh, you might have been saving your injured players for this night, you frauds. No, I hear it.
I hear it. He got called up in the Spain squad, didn't it? I'm saying if it's 20 minutes and 0, I'm throwing Marino up top because he causes mayhem.
Yeah.
I'm just going to double check he's definitely available.
Well, he came on against Palace at the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he came on against Palace. He got 25 minutes.
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll move on and we'll talk about that. Big C, talk to me. Arsenal Crystal Palace. I didn't watch the game because obviously
I
For
didn't
people
watch it.
that
I
don't
was
know.
watching Spurs.
So
Oh, you
yeah,
didn't watch it? Well, that's the
I didn't
Spurs,
watch
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I caught the highlights after, but yeah, I was seeing if Spurs went down.
Thought Dalman had a decent game from the highlights I saw. It was just tricky. Do you know what, Amanda? It was just tricky to watch every team because every team kicked off at the same time.
Same time,
That's
yeah.
what I think.
It was a nightmare.
From the get highlights I saw, I just think the man, them both teams, you can see they was more concentrating on Europe.
Yeah.
So I think it was just like one of those games that it was a weird vibe from what I got. Like both teams didn't really want to be there. They wasn't really bothered about the result. Yeah, we won 2-1, but at the same time, let's call it real. We got lucky because the Pino goal should have stood. But again, that's VAR being our friend. But yeah, from what I've seen of the game, okay, let's be real. It had a weird vibe. Like there was nothing on it. We knew Villa was beating the City, and we already won the league, so it was a nothing game.
Yeah.
Even from the highlights, to be honest, it's felt weird anyway.
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying?
when I move on to the Spurs team, bro, I got hella corn for them, bro.
Yeah, we'll move on, man. Damn, Spurs are staying up. Talk to me.
Sam staying up.
Yeah, yes. Shout out Sam. Let's get his picture up from his birthday. Here we are.
No, I'll call it
Oh,
real.
I need to photo about a Spurs t-shirt on my store.
Oh, no, Liverpool definitely. After this season,
Yeah.
Liverpool. Honestly, if Spurs went down, I swear to God, I was gonna try and gather as much mandem as I can. Bro, you was all writing poems.
Yeah, it was mad, bro. Like I watched the game here, but I'd probably say Spurs had about 60 minutes. Like,
yeah,
they created something. Like, Everton defended well, but I'm the same. If Everton had a striker, that they could have won that game.
it was weird seeing. It was weird seeing Everton. To say if they would have won that, they definitely would have been a bit close to European football. It's weird seeing them not go for it.
I think what it is because they fucked up last week, innit? And Europe kind of went out their hands.
True, but surely if you're any team, you think, right, let's relegate them. Yeah. I must say, it's a really
if it was a Brentford or something like, or a team like that, they would have definitely killed Tottenham. 100%.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
That man don't care.
I must admire the dude that actively has made him stay up, João Paulinho, isn't actually a Tottenham player. Like an actual Tottenham player couldn't do the job.
But it was a fucking fluky goal. It was the most flukiest goal I've seen.
Yes.
And why don't let's talk about how Everton should have scored. Van der Ven saved them. How about that?
That was quality, to be fair, dude.
Yeah, well.
That was quality. I give it him. I must say, it's a bit ironic. Transfer window's around the corner, and he's just picked up his game.
Yeah, he wants to go, but then again, Spurs. Well, they're not a serious club anyway. But if you see players like that, you get rid of them, innit?
You get rid of them ASAP, bro.
Like I said in the group chat,
move like that, bro. And he's like the main guy at the back. Him and Romero, like, come on, man, you can't be doing that.
I don't care what man tell me, but I think the Zerbi went to man and told Romero, you got to come. Yeah, man can't say what he was saying that he wasn't going to turn up, and then all of a sudden he's there.
Yeah. Either that or Romero's done it and he's done it and thinking, well, other teams are going to think fucking good on him. Let's get him.
Ain't he meant to leave next season as well, Romero?
Yeah, well, what I heard, like he wants out, and I saw something about Ray.
On the sideline watching the fucking team, and he wants out.
Romero is such an Atletico Madrid player, especially with Simeone as manager, dude. That's going to be lethal. But I mean,
that's definitely.
Obviously, I mentioned it to Sam about obviously when the game was finished. Obviously, a couple months ago, we was all saying, "Oh, if Spurs go down, man, then who's grabbing who? Who would you want in your team?" I still think it's the same. I don't think that changes. I still think they need to do a whole clear out. And obviously, I said it, and I said, "Don't panic," but you need to do an Amorim.
6 points to the whole league.
You need to get rid of everything. Every bit of toxicity, get them gone. So your Romero, your Vicario, your Van der Ven.
The players that don't want to be there.
You've still got
Exactly,
players who are flipping
Richarlison.
injured, like your Kulusevski and all them guys there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Madison's only just got
Is
back.
a mad miss.
Did you
Yeah,
see his
yeah, of
free
course.
kick?
Madness.
Did you
Yeah,
see his free kick, Madison's?
No, I missed
no.
it.
Bloody awful, honestly. At this point, I think they were 0-0. Free kick about 15 yards out. He's kind of stepped up for it. He's done the Ronaldo. He's done the
Yeah.
fucking rocked it over the net, dude, honestly. And
Yeah,
they were
mate.
there for about 5 minutes.
See, with
He's
him,
another
you're
one
trying to
as well.
understand that, bro. Like, he's only just come back from injury, innit? So,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I rate Madison. He is a baller. Even though he plays for the Ops, I would take him still.
But you've got to consider you're saying that thinking about when he plays, but it's when he plays. Surely, if you're Tottenham and you're rebuilding and you want to, there shouldn't be in it anyway. But the Big Six, and you want to live up to that name. I'm sorry, but you can't have someone that's out for a year, like often as well.
No, I hear you, but the thing is with them, I have to. Even though I hate to say it, I feel like if they had those two players, they wouldn't be in the spot they were now. Right now, I'll be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they've got this pre-season in it, so now that they're back, they've got this pre-season to like pattern up the whole play in it. You know what I mean, it's not like they gotta go through the whole like half of the season or something, and they have to find their form. Now they got this pre-season, they got a few months off before the league starts and that. You know what I mean? So they can find their form then, and then when the season starts, they ain't really got any excuses.
I must say, obviously, this whole year when we talk about Tottenham, we all go, and it is peak. Oh, the injuries. I'm not hearing it, bro. How many injuries Villa had? They've just gone on Whoop City and won the Europa League.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like Spurs. If you look at like their big guns have been out, not just for like no small time. It's like season-ending injuries. I hate to say it, but I don't like to give them man any credit. But it's a different thing.
I suppose, but yeah, true. But I just, like we mustn't blind ourselves. Like Villa, they've had some massive injuries.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, not naturally, not no big names. Not like Rodgers is out, but they've been having it. They get injuries just before it matters. They'll get like,
and it disrupts their formation and all that sort.
Yeah, literally, like to the point where they've had to resort to having Ross Barkley as a 6. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's drastic. Come on. That is drastic.
Yeah, but the Villas, we all know Villa had problems this year because like they was under PSR, so they not really had to buy. They not really bought no one.
Yeah, true. True. They bought Sancho.
Yeah, bought Sancho. He barely plays.
But you know what? They bought Sancho, but guess what, bro? He's got a Europa League to his name.
Yeah, man.
True. And a conference from Chelsea.
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah. But look, first to him, like it might. I don't know if Sancho were to use it as like and that's why I left United. It's no better than when Jim Radcliffe said, "Well, that La Liga medal Rashford's got technically ours." Like, come on.
Listen, if you're, in my opinion, yeah, people might not agree with it. If you're coming to these big teams, yeah, and you're not winning nothing, and then you're leaving and you're winning stuff, you just can't handle the pressure over here, bro.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you just can't hack it over here. You know what I mean? Like Unai, like not even just United, bro. Like you're like Unai Emery, bro. He didn't win nothing at Arsenal, and he had the big guns, bro. And then he had to leave, bro. And he's finally won something with Villa. You know what I'm saying? Pressure's different, bro. Pressure's different. I mean, the anomaly is with Unai is he was at PSG and he had big guns there in it. But the difference is PSG's winning that league year in, year out, no matter who they have. You know what I'm saying? And the pressure is over there. There's no pressure, bro. Their pressure was win the Champions League. That's it. That's one competition that they have to rely on to try and win. Other than that, bro, other competitions, they win that easy peasy. Over here, it's different pressure. And with the big clubs as well, different pressure. Because you're winning, you're trying to win everything. Even the small trophies, bro. So when I hear players like your Anthony's and all them, oh yeah, he's doing better over there. Well, duh. Over there, pressure's different. Over here, pressure's different, bro.
It's the
Know what I'm
biggest
saying?
stage. And do you know what? You know, you say little trophies. Dude, it does. You're exactly correct, bro. Little trophies. Look, not saying Aston Villa's not got history or whatnot, but when you consider what they've done in the past 20-odd years, a little trophy is fucking massive to them.
It matters because it means you won something. No matter how long it's been, you just think, bro, just give us something. Give us something. And then when you finally get it, like Newcastle, we went 70 years without a trophy. Never, not a league trophy or a trophy.
Yeah.
We're 70 years without winning anything, bro. And when they finally win it, boom, next season the expectation goes high. Okay, cool. What other trophy can we follow from that?
Same with Palace.
It's different over here.
To be honest, when Palace won it, I remember before the season started, a lot of people on podcasts were saying, Palace, I see them in top 6. Dude, they're like, 15th?
Yeah, but they're not really spent well. So this season, I have to admit, like, they bought some weird signings.
Yeah.
They
They brought that Strauss Larson, bro. He was in Wolves, bro.
Yeah.
He was the worst. He was the worst striker before he made that move.
Yeah.
And they better hope they keep hold of Mateta as well.
Yeah, Mateta tried to leave as well. They lost Eze. You know what I'm saying? Sar's been a recognition for them, man. Sar stepped up massively for them, man.
Yeah, so, I'm going to say Sar. I can't talk shit on him. Sar's done his thing.
One name I'm going to bring up, you might laugh, but I'm being dead ass. Like someone that's actually come in and like helped him loads. Nathaniel Klein. When Munoz got injured, dude, I remember Palace versus Newcastle. Yeah, dude, Klein pocketed Gordon. Like he's like 34.
He's like OG in it, so you're not really gonna expect him to do shit because he's been in the Prem since.
Yeah.
God,
since he just came. Remember when we was having that discussion last week about Leeds? I like Leeds will make a sub, but nothing changes.
Yeah,
it was exactly like that. But obviously, we'll quickly talk about Aston Villa because there's something I'd like to show. I've discovered this. I'm not sure if you two have seen it or anyone watching have seen it. I saw this and I thought, look, Aston Villa win the Europa League, just beating City. What a phenomenal landmark. Brilliant for them. And then I saw this. Obviously, we all know Harvey Elliott, right? So, wait, let me see if everything...
He didn't get a single minute this season, did he?
No. Really bad. And so there's this video and there's this one, right? Are you ready? Because this is dark. This is really dark. After the game... Ready? Wait for it. So obviously we can hear him. Esri, because he said he didn't have a song. After they finished, the crowd, the whole Aston Villa were going, Morgan gives a song, Morgan. And Morgan Rogers came up, did John McGinn, Super John McGinn. Ollie Watkins came up, yippee, yeah. And literally, dude, like, you know, Old Trafford, like, it were like fucking booming, like, absolutely booming. Are you ready?
Looks good, looks fine.
Dude, it's bad. And then I saw this. So there was on the boss. You know when they do the little trophy thing, dude. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a very long. No goals. No goals, thanks to me. A lot of the boys said I've been playing with a blindfold for the rest of the season, but look, I took the blindfold off.
Bro, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. Dude, it's not. And then people in the comments are like, Harvey Elliott went up to the crowd, shushed them, and they didn't speak afterwards. Like, dude, absolutely dark. Harvey Elliott's an interesting one. Obviously, we'll laugh at him. But, like, that is a talented player. What does he do next season? Because, obviously, he's had a dreadful one against Villa. I don't see him getting into the Liverpool squad. Where do you see him?
He's got to leave, bro. If he wants to get minutes and wants to be a better player. He's
but to
got to
who?
leave. He's got to find a way. Other clubs will probably want him. Like your Fulhams, like teams that aren't in the European spots. Or maybe he can go to them teams because they might need a little bit of experience, you know what I mean? Because he's still young, and he's got a little bit of experience in him, innit? So he can go to them teams, but if I were him, I would just go to a team that's not in Europe, but that's still in the league.
Just build up, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've got an interesting one. I don't know if you remember, obviously, Sir Drinkler said he can join the project at Spurs. But here's an interesting one. Can you remember Frank Lampard at Derby? And his whole setup was playing youngsters. This is when we had Fikayo Tomori, Harry Wilson, a young Mason Mount, who were up front, James Marriott, and these were all young. These were like 18 to at least 24. Like the whole squad were dead young.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon his best bet's Coventry.
They're coming up, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if I were him, I'd go to a team like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A team that's just been promoted, they need experience. You know what I'm saying? They need experience in the Prem. Coventry ain't been in the Prem for how many? 20 plus years. 30 plus years, however many it is. So
that's Coventry.
It would make sense if he went to them type of teams.
But 25 years. Whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking hell. The only other team I see making sense is Everton.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. Everton, yeah.
I think it's such an Everton player. Can you remember Ross Barkley in 2018?
Yeah. When he was at Everton,
he's one of those ones. Yeah. Obviously, congratulations to Aston Villa. Naturally, of course. They did what we couldn't do last season, so we can't dig it. But talking about us, we're going to get onto United because I think this is an interesting one. Obviously, going into the last game of the season, we've already spoke about it. It's been a weird weekend because we've watched our teams and we've thought, I'm not really bothered win or lose. It's last game of the season. They've won title. We're definitely qualified for Champions League. It doesn't really matter. How come, last game of the season, that's arguably our best performance all season.
Okay.
No, that's probably a lie. But, do you know what I mean? To not concede, funds to not concede. Bruno breaking the assist record. You got Dorgu. Dorgu, by the way, fucking fairs. When he's come on the past couple of games, I thought, hey up, this is bad. Because he's not been himself. He's back. I'm going to add, right? Do you not think, obviously, I think we're all in unison, Ahmad's been dreadful this season.
Yeah,
when he plays with Mazraoui, he's a different player. 1,000,000%. Ahmad had a decent game. I don't think, Go on, talk to me.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Careless. I think, to be honest, as much as I would like to say that I didn't really care about this game, I did because I said it in the last pod. I want to win every game going up to the next season because I want to keep that momentum. I don't want nothing disrupting it. I don't want nothing disrupting the momentum that we've got. I don't want nothing to go wrong. I just want to win and going into next season, see what's what. And then we can start the season in it. But I'll say this is probably top 5 performance of the season for sure. 100%. First 20, we didn't even get out of first gear, to be honest. I mean, Brighton had the possession well, but they couldn't capitalize. And then after Dorgu scored, it was like Brighton just gave up. It was like we didn't even really get out of second gear if we wanted to, and it was only 3-0. So gotta give credit to the players for that. Bruno breaking the assist record, absolutely happy for him. You know, it's a bit of a toss up with me when it comes to best player of the season between him and Raya. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But but we can't really deny the influence that Bruno has in our attack in it. Like, let's be real.
100%. Oh, dude, yeah, 100%.
As much as I always say it, I'm not his biggest fan. I do criticize him quite a bit, but I'm not gonna lie to you and say, look, he is important when it comes to his attacking because he does make things happen. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I may question his plays at times and whatnot, but I'm never gonna question his quality and what he brings into the table in it. So I'm not. It's somewhat deserved, winning that trophy. But no, we played good, man. Everyone played good in that game. Everyone did.
Yeah.
Mason Mount, he was decent. Yeah, Mainu as well.
Yeah,
Mainu was good. And with the Ahmad situation, like you said, bro, when you have a better wing back next to you, who always demands you to do better. Like, look at the goal where he set up Mbeumo. Mazraoui absolutely slapped it onto Ahmad's foot and said, "Go on, do something." And he did a 1-2 with Mount, squares it to Mbeumo, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So when you have a better defender or a better companion with you who wants you to do better, like Mazraoui did with Ahmad, you're gonna get better in general because he's demanding you to be better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, Ahmad had a good game. Phased out a little bit, but I think with him as well, you need players around him just so he don't ghost too much in it. If you don't, he's going to be in and out of the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I remember, it's funny you say that. I remember when we had Amram and we had the three at the back, and he chucked Ahmad on the right. He'd put Mbeumo as that right cam, and then for like 3 months, everyone. That Mbeumo and Diallo connection, and it's like, it is. It is.
No, it was good. It was good. That's because he had someone next to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, as much as he was playing wing back and he was mostly defending, he had Mbeumo. Sorry, he had Mbeumo next to him. Fucking off, throat's drying up there. Pause. He had Mbeumo next to him, innit? So Mbeumo is better than him attacking. So if you play the 1-2s, Mbeumo is gonna end up scoring, and Ahmad can get an assist. So it's a win-win. So of course he's gonna be better. But when he's on his own on the right, and he's got Dallo behind him, who Dallo's fucking chaotic. You know what I mean? So it's like he's pretty much on his own, isn't it? No one's really helping him. So yeah, no, we played good, man. A good way to end the season. You know what I mean?
Deserved.
So
100% deserved.
Yeah, well deserved, 100%. Well deserved. It should have been more. I'll be honest, it should have been more. Second half, we had more chances than we did first half.
Yeah,
it should have been more. But when the game's dusted and done like that, you ain't really got much to complain about. And can't wait for next season, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously we will talk about expectations for everyone's team next season and whatnot. But just ever so quickly, and there's something I'm surprised you've not brought up. I've not really heard anyone bring it up actually, like online and whatnot. We was playing a team that was fighting for Europa League. No one seems to have brought it up. You know, we say like, we're surprised by Tottenham winning Everton because Everton could have. Brighton could have. Brighton could have. If they won this game, they would have gone 7th. They would have been in Europa League.
Yeah, but you see with that, because after 1-0, all their fans were just checking their phones, seeing the scores elsewhere.
Yeah,
so they were more likely concerned about elsewhere than what they was doing on the pitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they wanted other scores to favour them than them beating us.
Yeah, that's on the job.
Yeah,
that's a bad way of looking at it, though.
It is a bad way of looking at it, but that's how they were moving, though. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's one of them.
Look, I've always liked Brighton. I don't know why. I like their development in players. I like the players they scout out. Your Caicedos, your Hinshaw Woods. I don't rate him, but Belabor, like, obviously, he's not a bad player. He's just having a bad season. I still don't want him, but we can't take away when he was good. Like, he was phenomenal. The thing is, I think it's always been an issue with Brighton. They don't have a pedigree. they don't have an outright best. You know, I get people could say like, "Oh, Danny Welbeck or Mia Toma back in the day." I feel like the pedigree stems more than just one player. I feel like the whole team needs. I don't feel like I've ever watched Brighton. The whole team's on the same page. Not how Arsenal are. Arsenal players. Obviously, it's anti-football. We hate how they play, but they work. It works because they work together so well. Everton, they work well because of how they basic English football 4-4-2. It's very basic. You can't really get that wrong. You know, United, like, as much as we say, oh, but Diallo had a bad game, blah, 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 blah. That's just one out of every other player that's also connecting. Like, Cunha's decent. Do you know what I mean? There's so many. With Brighton, I just feel like it's always someone's individual brilliance. I don't think it's like, God, that team we played today, God, that were a tricky game. I always think it's someone else's individual brilliance that wins them the game. In my opinion.
Like you said, bro, they got nice scouting and they find players, innit? So when them players turn up and do the damn, you know what I mean? They like teams like that, they cater to that player. They play into that player.
Yeah.
Like you see in like when a mediocre team have a really good player, they'll sit back. They'll tell yo, don't run, stay up there or stay in this position. We'll do everything for you, and then we'll find the ball. We'll find it to you. You do the rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, bro, they ain't got a pedigree like that, but they always rely on someone's brilliance or someone's intelligence. And so yeah. But like you said, they got good scouting and that, so it's bound to happen.
It does make me laugh that well, consider how much they've sold for how much they have sold them for. Every transfer window, they don't seem to buy anyone like outrageous. Like, don't get me wrong, Brighton, I know it's not an attractive club to sign for, but like you don't even see them go for top names within the Championship. Do you know what I mean? Like Hinchell was homegrown. Danny Welbeck, obviously, he was what, 32, 31 when he joined. Who was that left back? Estepan. Him, like, he just comes out of nowhere. Like, they don't sign names. Like, where did they get Mia Toma from? Where did they get Minter from? Who did they get? Not Billy, but Pascal Gross. Where did he come from? Do you know what I mean?
He's an underrated player. He is. He's cold.
Dude, I rate him. I rate him high. Yeah, he is. Yeah. I wouldn't mind him at United, to be honest. No, the starter.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him either. He's solid.
Dude, I rate him. Have you
He
seen how he's changed?
Goals.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, he scores every time against us, you know.
Yeah.
Right, I'm new as well.
He's annoying. No, he's cold, man.
Even when he went to Dortmund, it was solid. Do you know? Did you see as well? He's changed his name. You know how at the back it used to be GRO, and then that B with the line in the middle.
Yeah.
He's got rid of that and just put Gross.
Gross.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, but
yeah.
Look, no, go on, Bixie. Go on.
I think he's been called up to the Germany squad for the World Cup.
Oh, has he? He deserves it, man. He's been he's been good since I've known he plays ball. He's been very good. He deserves it, man.
I'd be surprised if he don't start. You know,
for Germany. I mean, Germany, they've got bad boys, man. They've got bad boys, isn't it? So he's not really gonna start, but he might feature though.
Yeah, you got to remember, like in that 10 position, Germany's got Musiala, Gunman up there.
Yeah.
He has.
I reckon he'll be involved. Because there'll be so many games, not so many games, but there'll be, you know what I mean, games in it. So
I think he'll be brung on the same way. Shout out Jams. I'm sure it'll be like the same way we're probably going to utilise Anderson. He's just an experienced player. that can steady the ship in the middle. Obviously, we can't stay too long talking about Brighton. So the big question now, what happens to Liverpool? Obviously, they played the last game. They drew 1-0 to Brentford. Salah's gone. Robertson's gone. I have heard from Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool are really fucking trying to get Alisson to sign a deal to lead into 2027.
Well, they can try, mate, but they're sinking ship. They're going back to Conference League days.
Ain't he old?
Yeah. He's old, still about 33. But goalkeeper, I guess that's young, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
But
we signed Van der Sar at 35.
And he put for you, man.
Yeah,
he was a bad boy. I mean, you look at players like Nick Pope. I feel like he started getting decent in the 30s. Decent at Burnley, but there is a massive difference between Burnley and Newcastle, especially recently.
Massive.
Yeah, but obviously, I mean, let's talk about it, man. Fuck the game. The game are dead. What moves forward? Because obviously, in Ekatike meant to be out for like
a year.
For a year, bro. Like 18 months or something like that.
So it's like, did they spend more money on like a backup striker for?
Well, they're trying to buy that Diamande for 100 million. They're bidding for
he won't go there. I'm sorry, he won't. He'll go PSG.
And if they don't get him, they're looking at Barcola.
Jesus Christ!
Like, surely that's not their level. I like Barcola.
Barcola's actually decent, you know what?
No, I don't mind him, but I must admit, I forgot who said it, but someone said it. You know, if you actually watch a full game, he's actually not effective. Like
no,
a lot of goals he scores, they're very much like they're already 5-0 up, tapping. And surely they've got to aim higher. Liverpool, one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Well, long live Arnie Slot, mate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mate. I mean, they can go for whoever they want. Their gaffer is terrible, bro.
Right.
And like his tactics, and he can't. He reminds me of Ruben Amorim 2.0, bro. Like that guy can't adapt to anything. It's mad.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Just how weird. We was on about Elliot Anderson. Apparently, Liverpool have gone to Leipzig and said, we'll give you a swap deal plus money for Harvey Elliott to get Diamande. Yeah. I mean, fuck's sake, come on.
Yeah, it's getting to that point for them, man. It's dark, man. I can't lie. Them man there, yo.
I'm here for it, though. I'm here for their
I'm here for it as well,
yeah.
Them, man. I used to have respect for them, but I no longer respect them as a club fan.
You respect them? They're scums. But anyways, they're in a pickle, man. I can't lie. They've got a manager that they don't like. You know what I mean? And the players are like Van Dijk and them, man. They've come out and said, "Yo, things in the backroom stuff needs to change." So he's sending out subliminals. So it's not looking good over there. The core of that team ain't looking great. They've just lost their best ever goal scorer.
Yeah,
they've lost a left back that they've relied on for years.
Even this season, they relied on.
Yeah, and now they're trying to rely on the players that they've got now, but they've not performed at all this season, or well enough this season. Let's just say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're relying on Gakpo, who loves to cut in. Yeah. One trick pony, bro. One trick Gakpo. One trick Gakpo, mate. Isak's only just come back, but he's not he's not doing much. You know what I mean? Your midfield, Gravenberch ain't the same as he was. McAllister fell off a cliff. Szoboszlai is your best player, but even that ain't good enough because there's only so much one player can do in the midfield as well. You know what I'm saying? Your back four, you know what I'm saying? Backup dancers, Alisson injury prone, and the backup keepers aren't that great either. So it's like, and then you got a manager, and then you got a gaffer on the sideline who looks clueless. clueless when he concedes goals. Clueless. So then you got to look at the board as well and like, cool, you spent all that money, but it's not worked out. And they're still saying, look, we're going to back this guy just because they're not a sacking club. Yeah. So it's like...
I knew it was dark when the Liverpool fans started booing. Like, it takes a lot for Liverpool fans to boo the manager.
This is why, a little bit off topic, but this is why I don't rate the Klopp thing like that, man. I don't. Because how can... He's waited so long. He's worked hard with this club, worked hard with the team. Yes, he gave him the expectations of, look, this ain't gonna be an easy ride, but if you ride with me, I will get you something in the end. And Cordy won him the trophies that he's won. But it took him so friggin' long, so long. And then after when he won them, bro, he really didn't do much. He left. He was here for another year or two. Didn't really win much. He left. And obviously, Slot's took him a year, and he's won it. But then after that, he's done nothing. He's done nothing. Why not sack him to get better? No, then that's not Liverpool's style. They'd rather just trust the process and wait and see.
Whereas, I'm happy. Keep on Slot, dude. Honestly, the Prem,
we need
keep him. Like him. Can you remember who did they play? They played a team, and after the match, they interviewed on Slot, and they were like, I mean, it's just not fair, is it? And they comment, the interviewer was like, oh, why? Or something like that. It was like, well, that wasn't the team they played with last week. It's like, what? You're meant to be a professional.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Him as well. He's a mess on the interviews. I'm not gonna lie. He's a mess.
Oh, dude.
He tries to come on this calm demeanor, but he's a mess, bro. What comes out of his mouth is a mess still. But yeah, no, man. Like, it's Liverpool. They're not a sacking club. They're not a ruthless club. You know what I mean? They'll just trust you and yeah. So yeah. They're in a pickle, man. And long may it continue, man. Long may it fucking continue.
I've just looked up Isak's stats. Obviously, I can understand he's been injured. He's played 14 games, 3 goals, £145 million player.
Fucking hell.
I mean,
this is why they're getting cooked as well. Like, you spent all this money and nothing to deliver, fam.
I don't think they've been cooked enough.
Nothing to deliver, bro.
I've got to be honest, bro. They've not been cooked enough. I think the reason they've not been cooked enough is, I think it's one of those ones like it's bad enough. Like, we don't even have to.
Yeah,
that sort of aspect. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like if we came on every week, if we came on every week and was like, God, Liverpool, we'd just be saying the smack bang obvious. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think it gets worse next season if they come back next season and they're the exact same.
Even worse, bro.
Yeah,
even worse. Because all the chat that they were given last season, even this season when they were given the chat, like it's not making any sense. What you're talking and what you're saying, and how you've ended up in the league position, it's not making sense.
Yeah,
it ain't making sense.
I remember the first time I was on this channel, and Rems was on it as well. This was after Liverpool beat Arsenal, and I remember him. He dipped halfway through, and before he left, he went, "Yo, Trims, 3 points." And I look back at that, I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Yeah, it's horrible now, isn't it? Now you look back at it. This is why at the start of the season you don't talk much, bro. You give your predictions and you move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Season don't end in August, bro. It ends in May.
I remember for us as well, when United were like really struggling against like Fulham and whatnot. Like, I remember how many times me and you were like, "Look, we are 4 games in."
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
But it's you know, you're right though. Ideally, that early into the season, it's a bit excessive.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Like, I mean, for God's sake, look, I know it looked likely, but when people were like, Aston Villa, they're on the title charge, I thought, they're not. Shut up. Like, what are we doing? They weren't. I'm sorry, they're not. Like, if there was anyone that actively sat at home and thought, Villa could do it, go give your head a wobble. They've got Europa League to look out for, Premier League, with massive injuries. I think. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think they will.
No.
Like, what are we doing? But obviously, I think the real question, obviously, Robertson leaves. I suppose they've got Kirkus as backup. Joe Gomez can play there. I think the better question would be, what do they do going forward now they've not got Salah? I don't rate Salah as a footballer, and I don't necessarily rate him for his stats. Only because, people say like, I can Salah not be one of the best wingers the Prem's ever seen. He scored this amount of goals. He's still not outscored Ian Rush. If that were the case of stat share, why does no one bring up Ian Rush? Why does no one go? If we were to talk about Rooney or whatnot, why do Liverpool fans not go? But Ian Rush scored this. Do you know what I mean? Me personally, I think Salah's an eyesore to watch. I don't think he can. I don't think he can one-on-one a man. Pause. I don't think he can dribble that well. I think he's got a quality foot that he can get it from outside the box. A lot of goals are penalties, and I just think, as an actual all-round player, I don't think he comes close to Bale at all.
No, hell no, no.
Like, I'm trying to think of right
I
wings.
can never compare Salah to Bale.
Let me say top 10
hell no.
Right
Hell no.
wingers. Like, again, like,
but to be honest, what Salah's done for Liverpool, yeah, you can't discredit that, innit? But I agree with what you're saying. Like, as a player, he's not great. He's not great.
I don't know. I don't think anyone can argue with me and me go, oh, well, I do kind of see that point. Again, like, yeah, I suppose to an extent I agree. All for what he's done for Liverpool, I can't ever go, oh, well, he was shit. But when people say, oh, how good of a player was Salah, he weren't a good player. I'm sorry, he wasn't. Yeah. He can't dribble one-on-one against a dude. Like, I'm sorry, he's not. But like you said, though, he has done bits for Liverpool. He has helped Liverpool. So what's their next step? Obviously, they had a massive loss when they lost Mane. Even when Firmino lost, like, there was a gap up front for a while when Firmino left. What is their next move? Because I feel like they did rely on Salah a lot.
Oh, bro, I don't know, mate. Especially with the way Slot thinks on that. Yeah, you won't know, bro. Terrorist managers, yeah, you don't know what they're gonna do like that. You know how they're gonna set up, but now it's a new season, bro. You don't know what he's gonna do or how he's gonna move.
Yeah,
it's start over again, innit? And you look at the market of the players, and it's not the best. So
when you look at players available, like, I don't think a massive name's gonna.
Yeah, there's not much needle movers. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's gonna be that many.
He's
going Chelsea. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no.
I don't think we're any. Obviously, an hour in, we'll move on to an even bigger question. Obviously, Funds has not had a phone, so he's not been in the group chat. So we'll remind them. Obviously, for those out there that live under a rock, Pep Guardiola has officially left Man City after however many years. Massive loss. We're having a discussion in the group chat earlier on about who was a better manager, Pep Guardiola or Fergie. Give me a verdict.
Fergie, man. Fergie.
Go on, expand. Why Fergie?
I don't think Pep dominated like Fergie did, in my opinion. I like every year it was automatic in it. Like obviously with Pep, obviously after his few wins of the Prem, obviously they were top dogs in it, and like every year, if you're in the top 3 or top 2, you're always saying we need to beat Man City. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that was the same with us. And when we had our time, it was we need to beat United, or we have to be ahead of United. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and we've won it 3 times in a row, however, like twice or 3 times.
2 trebles.
So we dominated that league, bro. We dominated. I don't think he dominated like Fergie did. Like we dominated.
And again,
Dominated.
your favorite word, context. Look, Pep, I'm not disregarding Pep. Like, I'm pretty sure I can speak for both of us here when I say we don't like playing against Pep. Like,
No.
I don't think that's groundbreaking, but I'm sorry, but Fergie, he's winning Premier Leagues with Tom Cleverley, Wes Brown, Phil Jones. Do you know what I mean? There's just a bit of a concept. Pep's had to have oil money so he can buy anyone he wants. I'm sorry, but Fergie, Anderson's got a Champions League.
And he's got 13 league titles, bro. Let's not do this, man.
Like,
he's got 13 league titles, man. Let's not do this, man. Pep's got like 9.
Someone in the group chat brought it up, so whoever it was, shout out you. A man them just a blind to. He won the Champions League with Aberdeen. Like,
and he beat Real Madrid, by the way, with Aberdeen.
Like, do you know what I mean? Look, Pep's fantastic, yeah, but you can't replicate Fergie. And I think the only reason people might go Pep over Fergie is because I think they'll remember Pep a bit easier than how Fergie was. Obviously, United fans, we know how Ferguson was. Like, again, I'll say it again. I'm sorry, but winning the Premier League with Tom Cleverley, Wes Brown, far better than anything Pep's done. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, man. Fergie the guy, man. I said it, bro. Pep just didn't dominate it like we did, bro. I'm sorry. The way we dominated it, bro. Like, we could have Tom, Dick, and Harry playing for us, and they're winning something guaranteed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're winning something, or they're good at something, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? So,
Champions League final. If I remember correctly, when we beat Chelsea in the Champions League final, we had some rotters on. I'm seeing if I can get a lineup.
Wes Brown set up Ronaldo, bro, for the header.
Yeah. Yes, again, he started.
And he crossed that with his weak foot.
Here we are, I've got it. Oh, Jesus. It ain't that bad, but think of the time period, right? We had Tevez up front. Look, Tevez, I'm not denying it. Tevez is fantastic. But if we're talking Tevez then, he wasn't that good. Wes Brown.
Tevez was a beast, bro.
No,
Tevez was a beast.
No, I'm joking. No, it was decent. I'll never give him credit. Not after John and City.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? But bro, we had Owen Hargreaves.
Yeah,
he was awful.
He was injury prone. He was.
Bro, he was shit. I'm sorry, he was.
After 1 or 2 games, he's injured. Yeah, Wes Brown.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, and do you know what? Not to be like, I do feel like I'm reaching a little bit, but again, context matters. Can you name at least 5? No. Could you name the starting 11 from when we won the treble in '99?
Oh, that was the year I was born, bro. I couldn't tell you. If let me try. Schmeichel. Schmeichel. I'll go Dennis Irwin, Gary Neville. Who would have been the centre half then? Stam. Who was next to Stam?
I'll
No,
tell you
I would.
what, mad rating if you get it.
Who was next to Stamp? Oh, it's not Marquis. No, Marquis was a striker. It's not Marquis.
Yeah. No, you're thinking of
It's
Steve
not.
Bruce.
It's not Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce was old as fuck back then.
Yeah. I
Um.
think he left at that point as well.
Yeah. Is it LeBlanc? I know he was there for a sec. No, I wouldn't know then.
Johnson.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Like, yeah, Beckham, Giggs.
Yeah,
like
Beckham,
Andy
Giggs,
Cole, Nicky
yeah,
Butt.
yeah. Roy Keane.
Who the fuck?
No, in fact, Roy Keane got sent off. Didn't he? Couldn't play that game, did he? Did you play that game?
No. Yeah. He got So we weren't allowed to play.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to
I
play.
remember watching the interview with him. Yeah.
Yeah, Roy Keane, Solskjaer came off the bench. Who else was it? What's his name? He used to play for Tottenham.
Sheringham.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came off the bench.
Do you know who he had up front?
Who
Who the fuck is Blomqvist?
Who's that?
You tell me. If I can do this. This was the lineup. But this is more my argument. Do you know how we? Yeah. It was a long time ago. Fucking fine, you got me. But we support this club, right? We could probably name you the full team when we won it in 2008 against Chelsea. We probably could. We could probably name you the 09 squad, the 010 squad. I know for a fact we could the 13 squad after Fergie left with David Moyes. Do you know what I mean? When you support a club, you don't forget the lineups from these. Who is this?
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean? Blomqvist.
Yeah, no. I don't know, guys.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. The bench were decent. Solskjaer, again, don't know who that is. Sheringham. Is that Mikey May? Maybe. But I guess my argument there is we support United and we're struggling thinking about possibly, arguably, one of the best things this club's ever done. And bear in mind, let's not forget, obviously I weren't born in this time, but from what I've heard, we was not meant to win that game.
No, bro. I watched that game. We shouldn't have won that game.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have won that game, bro. Bro, from when we took it to extra time or whatever, bro, we were 1-0 down from like the 20th minute or something like that. Up until the end, like, we shouldn't have won that game. Of course we shouldn't have won that game.
Or even people at home thinking, oh, United haven't got this. Not against this Germany squad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, bro, that German squad wasn't a joke. It was not a joke.
Yeah.
They had World Cup players in that squad, bro. It was not a joke.
100%.
And we had YGs, like your Beckhams and that. They really just came through that year.
Yeah. Your Nevilles, your Scholes.
Yeah, your Nevilles, yeah. Like,
the class of 92, like, they're not that much. But I guess my argument now would be, you think about City's treble team, you know it straight away.
Yeah, full of World Cup winners. Well, not full of World Cup winners, but full of a squad full of World Cup players, international players, you know, world-class players. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I guess that's my point. Fergie did it with players. I'm sure we won't even know. As long as we live, we still won't know who Blomqvist is. Or Johnson at centre back. We won't know who these are. They won the treble.
Yeah.
The treble. And again, like you said, it's not that people can go, but Scholes and Beckham. No. They're like 22 at this point. What are we doing?
Yeah.
They're like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, we'll move on from that. Obviously, that discussion's incredibly inaccurate. What does City do going forward? Because obviously, there's a part of me that goes, well, they're getting Enzo Maresca, probably. I do see a lot of players leave now. Pep's not there. I don't think Haaland's safe from staying.
It just depends how Maresca deals with these players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, at Chelsea, it was a difficult difficult environment to deal with them type of players, you know, and obviously
well,
with the
though.
owners and that. Yeah, he did well. He did well to handle it. So, I would, it would, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be worried if I was a City fan. I wouldn't be worried with how Maresca will deal with things, but it would be a thing where like, okay, let's see how you deal with Haaland.
Yeah,
Not your João
yeah,
Pedro or your Jacksons and that.
yeah.
Or your Cole,
Semenyo,
maybe Cole Palmer is probably the only one. And even so, Cole Palmer, it's not really hard to deal with him. He's a chill guy. You just tell him, yeah, just do this and you're fine.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, yeah.
unless you get him unhappy, then that's a different story. But now you're just gonna have to question and see. Okay, let's see how you deal with your Haaland. You know, Semenyo now that
Rodri,
Semenyo, yeah, Rodri, and all them
Doku,
guys there. Yeah, Doku. Let's see how you deal with a squad like this.
the
You know what I
elite.
mean? Yeah, of the elite.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't doubt him not dealing with them, but how you deal with them and how you go about things is going to be different to the way
Yeah,
he was dealing with
yeah.
players at Chelsea. You know what I mean? Because bro, let's be real, he was basically all them players at Chelsea. He was basically their dad.
Yeah.
He was. Because look at the squad, look at Chelsea's squad, bro, and the youth. So many youths, bro. He was the only OG there. There were no OG players there. You know what I'm saying? He was basically their dads.
Do you know what as well?
Whereas
Funny
now,
you say that. That
what's
might
that?
actually come in clutch when it comes to players like Nico O'Reilly.
Yeah.
If he's had half a season with youngsters, and this conception that Chelsea have been shit all year, I must say, don't get me wrong, they've not been fantastic. When Maresca was there, he did a decent job.
He did a very good job. I was
Yeah.
impressed with him. I
When
was very impressed.
When we played them, the first time we played them, like we won 2-0. Was it 2-1? A game we, dare I say, could have lost.
Yeah.
Look, there were 10 man, but Jesus God, dude, it was slaughtering.
Yeah.
Maresca's decent, but again, I agree with you though. I think you'd be less worried, more excited. What will he do?
Yeah.
How will he move? And do you know what the thing is with City? Obviously, maybe not because we've not won the Prem in a while, or we've not won the Prem as dominant they have. I wouldn't be too worried if I were a City fan, because I'd sit and think, well, we've got nothing to prove. Do you know what I mean? If he comes in, I mean, I think he'd have to drop below fifth for him to be like, right, okay, this ain't funny no more. But
no, I'll probably say fourth, you know, or third.
Yeah. I don't think there'll be a City fan out there that thinks he'll come in and win Prem. Not our slot then.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine. But look, it's absolutely exciting. Obviously, like for me, I think the transfer window this year for every club, I think it's going to be so exciting because, well, as a United fan, we're looking at it thinking, well, I don't know if you think it, but I think, again, one of my issues with Carrick getting the job is what does he know about signing players? What does he know about going out and looking for that one player? So we've got that sort of excitement. Does Maresca bring in anyone? Do you know what I mean? Xavi Alonso at Chelsea. I mean, that's going to be fucking exciting. Do you know what I mean? Does Reggie Lebris keep Sunderland this team? Do you know what I mean? Oh, dude, I think it's going to be fun. But we're going to leave it here for today because obviously it's so hot. Like, I'm trying to sit outside.
Bro, after this, I'm going outside myself.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I'm sweating. So we're going to leave it there. But obviously, again, joined by Big Say and naturally joined by Fonz. Thank you all for coming on. But man, damn, I'm going to be here at some point later this week. I've done a tier list of all like the big names and players that have come in from this season, played this season, and I'm going to be ranking them through different tiers of how each signing went. I feel like I explained that awfully, but trust me, it's going to be a banger. we've got players like Ekatike in there, Isaac, Gyökeres, Ibrahimo. Amanda, I'll be honest, I've looked through the list. I've already made my mind up for some of them, and some of these are dark. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of shit for some of these. But you know what, dude? I'm here for it. Man, I've been your boy, KLS. I've been joined by Fonz and Big Say. I'll see you all at some point this week. And as always, have a blessed week.